So come on in, take a sip, let's wind down. It's a Friday and we got a Friday grid to get into today. And if you've been hanging around in the community for a while, you know that on Fridays I often like to do something special for my wind down time period. And one of my favorite cocktails on the planet is the Venezia Select cocktail. The Venezia Select aperitif is just amazing, bitter, red, beautiful. One large chunk of ice, right? And then, top it off like I'm doing here. This is a Henkel Feinsekt. It's a Trocken, meaning it's dry. It's not a sweet variety. And I'm telling you, it's the perfect confluence, if you will, of bitter and sweet. It's not overly sweet. It's not going to create a blood glucose spike that's out of this world or anything like that. It's just a really nice, interesting, herbal, flower-kissed cocktail. It's just a wonderful way to refresh after a long week and a long day on top of it. So, to you. To you all. Fantastic. Okay, let's see what we got here today. We've got a Michael Lieberman, a construction. That will be nice. Edited by Will Short. So let's hop into our grid and see what we got for the day. It's Friday. It's the penultimate day of the week for me. Okay, so splashy government expenditure. Why am I thinking of the capsule of a rocket coming down and splashing in the ocean? I don't know. Jubilant song. Caterpillar roll fish. Let's see. Question that might elicit more questions. Whoa there, Tiger. Okay, so that would be the A I think I'm looking for. I think this might be unagi. And I think this might be, easy. What? Maybe easy does it, easy goes it. Party eschewing type, maybe a fierce independent. We go with does it here. And so, hiccups, don't know what it is. I really don't. Well, the placement of these two ends here makes me think this may be any one, and I guess maybe else. If we just get to checking these, though, I'm kind of getting overboard here with my wild guesses. Enjoy the spread. Maybe let's eat. Let's eat. Connected, that could be like tied to or something. Providers of fresh cuts. Some overhead expenses. Rescue from total ruin. Michael of fashion, could be Michael Kors. Game that helps babies learn object permanence, and I guess this would be peekaboo. And yeah, I guess that would show a child, a young infant, how that whole thing works. Caitlin of Hacks, and I think that's Olson. I don't really know. So the splashy government expenditure could be a public pool, which is a far cry from my initial leanings that it was somehow a returning space capsule. So a jubilant song could be a paean. The Marvels director DaCosta would be Nia. Antediluvian would be aged, perhaps. WNBA star Jewel Lloyd, I'm assuming. And Two If by Sea. Okay, very nice. So what do we have here? God of life in the afterlife would be Osiris. Now we're getting somewhere. Some overhead expenses. Are these beanies? Give something to get something, perhaps. Barters. Ambles. I don't know. God, it could be maybe strolls. I just want to see if this all kind of adds up. Attracted a larger crowd than maybe this would be like maybe to outdraw, or in the past tense, outdrew. Star with Oscar nominations in 5 consecutive decades, and I guess this would be Meryl Streep, of course. Is there anybody else? She's what is it called? Beyond amazing, I think. It's the technical term I think we're supposed to use for that. Self-doubters' words could be I can't, and like Olympic tracks, perhaps they're laned. I'm glad we had something there. I would have probably put ovate or ovule. Coconut cookie. This is the only sweet that I really, truly love, but that's because I can make it with monk fruit, sugar, egg whites, and basically just raw coconut flakes, right? I mean, you can really make wonderful macaroons like that, and they're not going to be sweet at all, or even with the normal preparation are not as sweet as other cookies, right? So I really do like them, but especially when I get to make them. So I think we're talking about sat nav here as our location aid. Big galoot could be an oaf. Now let's see if we can finish up the center here. Common ingredient in Scotch pie, lamb. And I do believe we've got beanies here because rock genre could be emo. And overhead expenses, beanies. That's pretty funny. I like it. I do. I like it. I mean, this puzzle so far has just been nothing but outstanding anyway. Providers of fresh cuts. No idea. Rescue from total ruin. Ruin. Maybe we're going to do a salvage here or something. Let's see. I don't know what the fresh cuts are. Connected could be a tied something. Tied in, tied to, tied on. Subcompact Nissan offering, and I'm assuming they're speaking of the Versa, a very popular vehicle in Germany, by the way. Okay, I feel pretty good about salvage. Events subject to SEC oversight in brief, and all I can think of ever, and it seems like all it ever is in 3 letters, but in brief, is going to be IPO with their S for the plural. Interesting. Birthplace of Zoroastrianism today, and that would be Iran. Accrue annual leaves. He's going to be breaking. Achaean, strongman of myth. 4 letters. I'm going with what am I doing with Axis? Ajax. What the heck was that all about? Event with a casual dress code. I guess pajama day? I've never participated in one of these. Connected, yeah. So we kind of had that going for a while. Let's see here. Fine, just tell me. How about okay, I give. So this would be tied in here for connected. Podcasters need, well, it might be one of these right here. Could be on mic. Red lights and DCs, nays. Or if it were 1 letter more, vetoes. So hot takes. How about sex scenes? Wow. Okay. Yearn for, crave. And maybe we're talking about slicers. It just seems so, I don't know. Okay, goes pro. Oh, votes. Yes. All right. Gosh, I was like going, what in the heck is that? So up to could be till. And currency depicting statesman Mufasa Kemal Ataturk. And that would be the lira. Got a whole bowl full of those in the other room. In fact, I don't know. I took out a couple thousand lira from an ATM machine in, I think I was in Istanbul, maybe Ankara, but I didn't find a whole lot that I just wanted to buy or shop around or eat on. I had a whole bunch of. Anyway, every time you spend like a bill, you get these lira coins back. That's what they're talking about with the Ataturk's picture, and they look a lot like a euro. except for it being, you know, it's like maybe it's the gold and the silver are reversed, and I wound up spending a whole bunch of them like at the farmer's market 3 or 4 years ago in Kaiserslautern, because I thought I had euros in my pockets. I had a bunch of lira, which are worth about 10 euro cents each, so I felt awful. Ambles, how about strolls? So hair-raising thing. How about a follicle? I like it. Okay. Let's see. Let's go finish up our southeast corner here. Show with a point-counterpoint segment in brief, and I think we're talking about SNL. Saturday Night Live. Search high and low. Scour. Fruit harvested by the Riberinhos, and I think we're talking about the acai berry. Double tap, say, is a post, maybe likes. Iridescent material could be nacre. For another thing, also, yeah, it doesn't quite have the same effect as and another thing. You're really mad. You're mad, right? Pace quickener implemented by Major League Baseball in 2023 and has made it a lot easier for me to watch this way. I think this is a pitch clock. And I've really appreciated that little process improvement. I think we got He's Mr. Know-It-All, Stevie Wonder. Footnote, abbreviation, maybe citation. People may visit them just for kicks, and I'm guessing we're shooting for shoe stores, and that's fun. Prefix meaning straight would be ortho. Very nice. Work from home attire, perhaps. Yeah, athleisure, or what I almost always just wear solely on the weekends. Ghostly image could be a wraith. Draped garment would be a sari. And what do we... Oh, pet spas. Okay, very nice. Then we're getting somewhere here. Staple ingredient in Japanese cuisine. And I don't know what that's good stuff, if you ask me. I think it's just Pygro. Let's see. Premium computers, probably actuaries. They show models' names. Okay, how about a car titles? I really hope I didn't fat finger something today, because I really don't need a disappointing end to this. Creative pursuits, how about the arts? And subject to some grainy photographs. Silos, okay, very nice. Just all right. Be so casual tops, be tees. Canadian gas brand as well as a European gas brand. SO. How did we do, Bob? All right, let's get in here and take a look. Yeah, I say on the whole, Michael Lieberman, you did a fine job. This was an outstanding Friday. I didn't really get a theme out of it, but if I had to pick the most, well, I mean, the one that I probably would have learned from that maybe I already knew but didn't know how to express was probably peekaboo. I thought that was fabulous. And of course I enjoyed the macaroon, but as a whole, this was just a great grid. And I can't tell you the last time I saw an actuarial or an actuary or actuaries in the grid. It's been a long time. Loved seeing athleisure, and I really appreciate the pitch clock. So by all means, this is fantastic. And it's great to also have a mention of Ajax for a change. You know, he, not Achilles, was considered the strongest, the most powerful of warriors, right? That can be debated when you start getting into the Iliad, but Ajax is up there. And 4 letters, you've got a good one to go with. So to Michael Lieberman, good job, sir. Let's go ahead and bring down our Benny Dad. So subscribers have been kind of slowly growing here. We've been brought into the YouTube partner program, and So I think it won't be long, and then super thanks and other things like that will be part of the deal, as well as memberships. And as far as perks were concerned, I'm open. So if you have any ideas what we could do for those who become members of the community, paid members of the community, then by all means, let me know. Run some ideas past me. I was thinking maybe a weekly hangout, that kind of thing where we could get together on a Teams or a Zoom call and chat through whatever you wanted to talk about for an hour or two or whatever. Try to pick a time zone that works for everybody. Maybe it would be 2 time zones. 2 different times a day for me here in Central Europe. As it is right now, I'm about 7 hours ahead of Central Standard Time in the States. So, but until we see you tomorrow, I just want you to know I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much for the support. The channel is starting to grow, and it just means the world to me. It means that we're making a difference somewhere, and it really, truly pleases me. And I won't yammer on about that left and right, but just to say thank you. And until we see you on the morrow, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, servus, grüß Gott, ciao, Cin-Cin, and do something nice for the person behind you in line. We'll see you on the other side. Take care.